We're at Gerrard in Broadview, and we're in one of my favorite areas where I used to live. And when I used to live in this area, I would always come to my favorite pho restaurant, Pho House. They make amazing pho for a really good price, and honestly, you can't beat it anywhere in the city. It's always been my favorite, and I want you guys to check it out too. This is like one of the biggest menus I've ever seen too. It's just like, it's almost like a novel. The list just goes on. So many different deep fried foods, appetizers, salads, obviously pho, which they have an abundance of. Before I eat, I'm actually gonna start off with some nice espresso coffee with condensed milk. Condensed milk is nice because basically you don't need sugar with your tea or coffee because condensed milk is sweet in itself. We got a nice mix of fresh spring rolls, shrimp and avocado, which is always a favorite, and some pork and mixed vegetables. I prefer fresh spring rolls over crispy spring rolls because it just has more of like a healthy feel to it. So for the pho, I'm getting the rare beef. It's $1.18 on this menu, and you get 3 options: the extra large, the large, and the small. They actually used to be a little bit cheaper last year. I think the small was something like $6.50, and then the large is $8, and the extra large is like $9.50, but the prices may have went up. I definitely noticed the change. Still pretty good, still very affordable. The large, as you see, it's going to be bigger than you'd expect. So this massive bowl is the large. So the extra large, I've had it a few times before as well. It's basically, if you're only gonna have one meal a day, or that would be a perfect meal to have. It's massive. It's basically a pot. I always throw my bean sprouts in. I know some people aren't a big fan of bean sprouts. I like bean sprouts because I think with the chewy noodles, it's a nice hard balance. So it's got a nice mouthfeel when you have a bunch of this with the noodles. I love their noodles here. They actually have 2 options. You can get the traditional pho noodle, which is vermicelli. You can actually get fresh noodles as well. They're really thick. I opted for the regular one because I do enjoy it more. I like the broth by itself, but I also like to make my own little bit of sauce that I would put into here. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna show you what I do. I take a little bit of chili oil and flakes. I get a little bit of hoisin sauce. Just squirt it right in there. You can use as much really as you want. I think this is a good amount. A bit of soy sauce as well. Just so refreshing. This is the first thing I needed after work. Honestly, if you're looking not to spend a lot, but you want like the highest quality pho in Toronto, Pho House is the place to go.